Welcome to iLecture Online. When we're dealing with rational expressions, there's a lot of different things that we need to be able to do. One of them is simplify them. And one of the techniques we can use is factoring, because in this case, both the numerator and the denominator may be factorable. And because of that, we can simplify them. So let's see what that looks like with these three examples. So when I look at this one first, I can rewrite this as follows. This can be written as 24 times the quantity 1 minus 3x times the quantity 1 minus 3x, because essentially 1 minus 3x quantity squared can be written as this, and then we divide by 4 times 1 minus 3x, and then it becomes a lot easier to see that yes, we can simplify that. First of all, we can divide the 4 into the 24, that will be equal to 6, and we can divide both the numerator and the denominator by 1 minus 3x, and so we then end up with 6 times 1 minus 3x in the numerator, and here this will then simplify to 1 and 6, and you can see that we no longer have anything in the denominator besides 1, and that's the simplified version of that. We can do the same over here, except we're first going to factor the numerator and the denominator, which means that we're going to end up with something that looks like this. And now we simply have to find what the factors are. Well, we can start with x and x, and then we look at the signs. If this is positive and this is negative, that means both must be negative. We're looking for two numbers. When I multiply, you get 2, and when I add them, I get 3, and so that would be the obvious choice. For the denominator, we start with x and x. Here, this is positive, that's negative, so they're both negative, and the two numbers 2 and 3, because when I multiply, I get 6, and when I add them, I get 5. Now you realize that both the numerator and the denominator contain an x minus 2, so they can be then simplified by dividing the numerator and the denominator by x minus 2, and then we're left with an x minus 1 in the numerator and an x minus 3 in the denominator. On this example right here, again, what we're going to do is factor the numerator and the denominator. We end up with an x and an x. Now with the signs, notice since we have this is negative and this is negative, that means one must be positive and one must be negative. So positive here, negative there. And when I multiply, I get 3. When I add, I get a negative 2. That means the negative number must be the bigger of the two. So negative 3 and positive 1. When I multiply, I get negative 3. When I add, I get a negative 2. In the denominator, again, x and x. The signs, again, it'll be a positive and a negative. I multiply the two numbers, I get negative 6. When I add, I get a negative 1. That means the negative number is 1 bigger than the positive number, so negative 3 and positive 2. When I multiply, I get negative 6. When I add, I get a negative 1. Again, I realize that both the numerator and the denominator have a common factor, x minus 3. That means that these can get canceled. Technically, of course, I should put the 1s and the 1s on there like I did over here. And then we're left with an x plus 1 and an x minus, not minus, but plus 2 in the denominator as the final simplified expression or solution. It's not really a solution, it's simply simplification when we can factor and we can then reduce or eliminate common factors, we can then write it in a simplified manner, and that is how it's done.